Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bit of a surprise reveal and announcement today from Call of Duty in regards to a brand new anti-cheat update. This is something we've been asking for a long time now. I mean, let's face it, for the past couple of years, Ricochet has been extremely underwhelming, and particularly this year with Black Ops 6 and Warzone, cheaters have been a significant problem across the board. But today, we ended up seeing a new post go out for Ricochet and the December 2024 update, in which they actually announced some brand new things that are pretty interesting. So as we do dive into all the details here, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel, every single day I got you all covered with everything going on in COD. When it's surprise announcements and reveals like this, the latest updates, meta breakdowns, it's all right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoy this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. But here's what Call of Duty has to say. Team Ricochet outlines updates to the anti-cheat system. So since Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was released in October, the anti-cheat team and development studios have been working on various updates to help prevent, identify, and remove cheaters. The anti-cheat system performed well during the Black Ops 6 launch window. Yeah, I don't know about that, but as a result, the team shifted focus to preparations for Season 1. After a series of updates, our systems are in a better place today across all modes. However, we did not hit the mark for the integration of Ricochet Anti-Cheat at the launch of Season 1, particularly for ranked play. I will say, I have not been happy with the anti-cheat. I have not been happy with their communication. I respect the fact that they say the anti-cheat was not good when it clearly was obvious like that, and they've never really gone through and addressed that, you know, fully. Respect that they did that. Shouldn't have happened, but it's still nice that they actually acknowledge, yes, we missed the mark. So that's cool there, I guess. We understand the promise of glory and notoriety from ranked play leaderboards makes ranked play an attractive target for cheaters. For this reason, our teams have been especially focused on turning the tide to deliver the competitive arena our players seek. So here's what we've done. Upgrades and accounts. Account bans are now happening hourly due to increased velocity from several Ricochet anti-cheat systems. This in addition to over the 19,000 accounts we've removed recently. These updates to our systems mean enforcement response times are now quicker than they have ever been. So they say cheaters are getting found quicker than ever right now, or they're at least responding to them quicker than ever right now. With leaderboards, the cleanup process has been updated for faster synchronization of leaderboard changes. So at times they've said, hey, we've scrubbed this many people, this many cheaters off the leaderboard, but then we jump onto the game and it's like, actually, no, those cheaters are still there. So there was a delay in the process. That'll be easier to see now, they say. And then with investigations, we have significantly expanded our replay investigation render farm. The machines used to generate clips for examination. We've also ramped up the group dedicated to manually reviewing clips based on a priority order that favors detections. In the last several weeks, the replay tool updates have been highly effective at validating detections and reports, providing further training for AI systems for the anti-cheat team and removing cheaters. We've known that they've used AI systems for Ricochet pretty much since its inception with various different things. They're just doubling down and basically saying they've upgraded various things and elements of that there. Our focus is ramping up the speed of enforcement when cheaters do make it through the initial checks, which certainly seems to happen a lot, which eliminates many bad actors before they make it to the game. We use a series of systems that include human reviews, kernel driver detections to block memory tampering. So yes, Ricochet is a kernel level driver, but it's only a kernel level driver when the game is launched. So if you don't have the game open, then it's not active as a kernel level driver. There's also client side and server side detections to flag suspicious behavior as well, and AI systems to get illicit accounts out of the game as quickly as possible. Obviously, to this point, a lot of that's been very lackluster and very underwhelming. They do say, looking forward, the team is developing major updates. This is fantastic news. I'm glad that they're finally making some progressive conversations about this. Major updates for Ricochet anti-cheat systems, including our kernel level driver and brand new server-side protections launching during Season 2 and Season 3. More on those updates as we get closer to those seasonal launches. So a newly updated kernel level driver is coming for Ricochet. That should be huge in and of itself. And then also new server-side protections as well. Unfortunately, we don't get the exact specifics on these quite yet, but nonetheless, this is some of the stuff that we've been asking for. Hopefully the details when we do get them are exactly what we want to see and what needs to happen for the game to actually be able to really get in and counter cheaters. But for the time being, as ambiguous as these descriptions are, it's good news nonetheless. While we continue in our effort, a reminder that there are steps you can take to partner with us in the fight against cheaters, including ensuring your account is two-factor authentication enabled. There's a big issue with a lot of accounts that get hacked, and then the hacker then cheats on that person's account, and then they get banned. And they say, well, I didn't cheat on my account, but now I have a permaban because somebody hacked my account, and it's a whole ordeal and a whole process that you have to go through to actually get your account back. So if you just have two-factor authentication enabled, makes that a little bit more difficult for any cheaters trying to do that. The things you work hard to earn, ranked play status, camos, etc., are attractive targets to cheaters who want things but don't want to put in the work. And as always, please report cheaters you see in game. We use these reports in our investigations into new and emerging cheats, and we appreciate your efforts to raise these flags for us. The Ricochet team will be continuing its work to fight cheaters throughout the remainder of the month. While we have made progress, we know more needs to be done, and we're eager to share the details of our planned major updates coming in the new year. Keep an eye out for future progress reports on the COD Update socials or right here on this channel, since of course I always cover this stuff. Now, there's good news in here. As mentioned, these major updates with the kernel level driver and the new server-side protections are inherently good news. I will say, at the same time, while it is nice to get this communication, it's nice to get some transparency with more hopefully to come, there are still some things here that are left unaddressed. For one, I know there will be comments about servers. You guys will be asking about those, and rightfully so. Ricochet, obviously completely separate from that, so this is not where we'd see anything in relation to those. Hopefully, we get a similar update like this in regards to the servers being so bad. Who knows if that's ever going to happen, though. However, one thing that unfortunately is not addressed here that needs to be addressed is the shadow ban and chat ban systems. Each of these are incredibly flawed. You can be chat banned in this game without saying a word. If you get reported just a couple of times, it defaults to a chat ban. You might not ever plug in your mic, and if you get reported a couple of times, it defaults to a chat ban. Doesn't matter what you are or not saying in the actual mics themselves. The chat ban system is incredibly broken, and it just auto detects and enforces a ban for no reason. The shadow ban system is largely similar. You can be shadow banned just off of a couple of spam reports from various different players in a game. If you wipe a squad, they don't like that you trash them, they could all report you at the same time. There's a decent chance you could get shadow banned even if you're completely legit. Both of those systems are so flawed and so broken and impact innocent players a ton in a way that drives players away from the game. You would think that would cause them to maybe react to that a little bit more. To this point, it hasn't, but I'm still looking for responses and actual, an actual address of those issues as well. This is a big step forward, and especially if these major updates they reference are in fact major updates and they do actually end up working well, which, you know how COD and major updates goes, cross our fingers, it's a smooth integration, right? If that's, working as intended, that's huge. That's a huge step forward, but it's not going to cross the finish line, right? It's just getting you a nice little head start. We still need further, responses for various other Ricochet features as well. But something else I do want to note is that while this is obviously all great news, like, yes, it's good they're finally recognizing, yeah, our anti-cheat stuff, it was not as good as we thought. Yes, we've got major stuff inbound. Season 2 and Season 3 is not like it's going to happen the second we flip over to 2025. Season 2, according to the Battle Pass countdown timer, is January 28th. Season 3 is probably going to be close to spring 2025, likely around when Verdansk drops. It's not like the cheating situation that's going on right now drastically benefits from this, and that I think is still a huge issue. So while yes, we can sit here and say it's good that they're finally recognizing some issues, that they're actually working to implement some stuff, that still doesn't fix the significant problems we have right now going on with cheaters outside of what they mentioned at the very start. The big stuff is yet to come, but the big stuff is really what we need right now, which I'm kind of surprised they're waiting so long to do it. I imagine it's just because they have to refine it, they have to work on it, they have to tweak it more, but right now is the prime time for players. It's the holiday season. They're going to have an influx of players as is, and all those players are going to be cheated on. But again, hopefully, when it does eventually happen, these are significant changes. Some good news here nonetheless for sure. That said, that is going to wrap things up for this video. If you enjoyed it, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee every single day you are in the know for all things going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.